Welcome back to Surviving Mars. Thank you for joining me. We're setting up an expansion over here.
Research complete. Anomaly analysed.
Oh, here we go. We're just analysing an anomaly and it's given us a research boost, so that's very good. Let's get rid of that then. Research complete for this. Let's have a look what we've done. Scientists and botanists have plus 10 performance. Yep. Probes are cheaper and can deep scan. An extra 100 research for each RC Explorer vehicle we've got, so that's good. Okay, these two are on the go, so rockets and shuttles require less fuel. That'll definitely come in handy, coming up soon. And look, there's a breakthrough tech we can add on. So extractor upgrade, magnetic extraction, production increased by 50%. So we'll go for that, and then continue to queue. We'll leave that one for a while because it's 10,000 research cost. It's a big cost. And yeah, we're getting through the research very nicely. I've just realised something actually. May have been screaming this at your screens all along. Check this out. We can, if we click on our water extractor, we can upgrade some stuff. So let's start upgrading some buildings, and this it'll cost us power, but it's going to give us increased production. So I think we'll just go for that. And that's going to cost us 2 polymers. We'll need to send in for a resupply soon as well. Anomaly analysed. The Explorer made a thorough scan of the anomaly site, but couldn't find anything unusual. It appears that the unusual readings were just a glitch. Or were they? Question mark. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. That might be an underlying storyline that we'll find out later. Now we're doing our expansion. We're going to upgrade some buildings. We'll just click through them all and see what needs upgrading. This one, upgrade magnetic filtering, plus 50% production. The upgrade cost is 5 polymers, so let's do that. We're going to have to send in for some resupply. We've got some building to do on our domes as well. Let's lay down another drone hub. Oh, we've got so much to do actually. Let's just slow down time slightly. We can send a ship back to Earth. Okay, so let's do that. This one is fine, yep. Okay, drone hub getting laid down. So we've got another drone hub after this, and if we overlap it slightly like this, don't know if I can get that perfectly symmetrical. Oh, there we go, yep. That would probably do it. So we can put our drone hub down there.
Sector scan.
No cable connection. We'll link it up by cable. And then I'll show you how we could do our resource distribution from one sector to another. Because all our resources are in that other sector, but we need resources over here to do some building, because we will be sort of slowly expanding into this sector now. So we get our cable round like that. And let's just start building a little bit of infrastructure. So we could build wind turbine there, and also let's do a large dumping site, because we'll certainly need that for the concrete. So we'll put that down there, and we can stack them up. And all of a sudden we're starting to need building materials and other things. So what we can do is put a universal depot in the middle where the two meet. And that's a really basic way of just starting out a very small exchange of goods between just 2 sectors, and we'll certainly evolve that later on so we can build shuttle hubs and so on, which we will do once we get through all the different tasks we've got to go. So let's get a universal depot down. Now there's a couple of ways we could do this. We could do, so I think I know that the join is here. So if we put that down there, untick everything you don't want. So what we could do is have a universal depot just for the polymers, electronics and machine parts, which we'll need for maintaining the drone hub and some of the other buildings. And also we can lay down a universal depot next to it for the other stuff. So literally just the building materials, so metals and concrete. And the reason I put down a different hub is that we can have a different desired amount. So we'll have 30 of each of these guys, so we can maintain that, and just one of each of these. So it should keep the quantities quite low on the polymers, and just because we don't need a huge amount there, we just need a small amount for this break-off sector. And then, so because it's within the fold of both of these sectors, each of the drones can just keep supplying these areas. And if you see here, we've got the concrete extractor producing concrete, and so they're putting their concrete straight into here for now. But what we can do is put down a wow, look at this. So these are the depots we normally go for that can carry 180, but within our research queue, once researched, are these huge depots that can store quite a lot. I think they take power to run, and they're huge storage depots, and that's certainly going to help us with our future supply run, kind of supply system. So let's stick on the stuff we've got access to now. Okay, so we'll put our concrete depot there. We can hold 180 in there, and we'll play around with the different settings. So we'll be holding concrete here, but mainly topping up in areas like here, and ultimately over here as well. So we've got a concrete depot that's got 156 out of 80. We've got this middle area where we can have this exchange of goods, and then we've got another concrete depot over here. And we'll once the supply lines get running and we understand what's happening, we'll put the different settings on if needed to change them around. But so far, that's our new sector up and running, and look, we're building stuff easily. And if I just go back to this universal depot with the parts, we're not holding too many. I know we've put the desired amount as 1, but they're keeping it to a minimal level, which is great. That's all we're after. So looking good. Now, let's continue to expand our domes. I just want to have a look at what sort of living quarter options we've got. So over here, right, there's an option in our research queue for apartments, which would be great if we could get it. So that's certainly a consideration. And I've just seen our food depots are quite full. Look here. Wow. 180, 180. Let's build some more food depots. So once we get this this larger storage option, it's certainly going to be good for food for sure. There we go. We'll have one there. Right, research complete. Advanced Martian engines, rockets and fuels require less fuel. That's fantastic. Look. Oh, they only need 30 fuel. Oh, that's amazing. That's going to be so much easier to maintain fuel supplies now, especially once we get a shuttle hub up and running. So I'll just put down another food depot, because we seem to be producing quite a lot of food. Here we go. In fact, if we hover over our food production, just hover without clicking, food production 8, food consumption is 7. Okay, yeah, so that's cool. And that's about to harvest a load. So we've got 2 of our farms. Okay. Yeah, we have. I'll put this one on the larger cycle. So we've got 2 just producing loads of wheatgrass, bashing that out, and then 2 farms going through the full rotation. So we get a bit of variation. I don't think this game really cares if you've got variation or not. That's fine. So we've linked up these 2 domes and this one, and I'm just going to have a look at their overall stats. So this one is 61 comfort, 69 morale. This one is 61 comfort, 62 morale. So we can certainly put a few more buildings in here and make everyone a bit happier. So let's see what's available. So, electronics store. Buy the latest and greatest gadgets Mars has to offer. Consumes electronics on each visit. Okay, so that's going to... Let's lay that down. So we'll do electronics store, art store. Just see what they do. And we've got a gym here. We've got this central area that we can use very shortly for more colonists. Let's have a look at what we can do over here for this dome. We've got a space bar. Part of me wants to put a space bar in the middle and then put a gym over here because they've got no exercise. So I think I'll just take that apart and just see what else we've got. So we could have an electronics store, an art store as well, and the grocer could go in the middle maybe. Let's do an open air gym there when it's built. We don't have a casino over here either. We've got a casino over there.
Sector scan.
Let's just build another
Anomaly
art
found.
store
Select a sector
and
to
electronics
scan.
store over here. Because there's nothing in their sphere of influence. I don't know if... But here you can look, they're kind of benefiting off each other, these two domes, so it's certainly going to be helpful building things together. Right, new anomalies detected. Right, let's go and have a look then, see if we can check them out. Okay, wow, yeah, we've got one there and two there. And we need to set up some more scannable areas, so let's do that over here. Explore this whole area over there. Let's get some explorers and check out the anomalies. One there, one there.
Research complete.
Research complete. We're bashing through the research. What's this one? So it's these, wasn't it? Advanced Martian engines we've done. Moisture evaporator upgrade. Water production increased by 50%. That's definitely going to come in handy. We'll stack up these as well. And I'll just see if there's any more buildings we can upgrade. So there's the moisture evaporator there. Upgrade for sure, yep. Oh god, and I've just seen the level of our stuff is going down. We've got 4 polymers and 7 electronic parts. So let's call in a resupply from Earth. Let's just get a cargo rocket in. We've got a lot more space now. And mainly it's electronics and polymers, so we're going to need to set up some factories. So let's bring in electronics factory, polymer factory and a machines parts factory. And we can see which ones are more urgent. Probably electronics first, and then polymers. Ooh, 1 polymer left, 60 of each. Let's bring in 70 and 55. Right, launch. There is no time to waste. We've only got 1 polymer left. Okay, but that will be with us shortly. Okay, feeling good about that. Now, there's a lot of dirt piled up there. So I'm just having a think about how this is going to work. So that new depot is a bit outside of the area of influence, isn't it? So I wonder if we could... We need a new dirt building, don't we? We need to get rid of the concrete extractor. That's run out. It's exhausted its supply. So that's fine. Can salvage that. Well, it's getting taken down pretty quick. Drones on their way. We've built these 2 buildings now. And we're out of polymers, okay, so we need our resupply to come. It's 22% of the way here. I'm sure it won't be long before it gets here. So we're just having a think about the dirt zones.
Anomaly analyzed.
What I'll do is... Oh, we've analysed the anomaly and gained a load of research points. That's good.
Resources are low.
Low resources, of course. If we can do some terraforming and flatten this land where the... There we go. Ooh, blocking objects. There we go. We've flattened the land quite easily there where we were digging out the concrete. I'll just see if it's possible to flatten that last bit. Can we rotate? Oh, by pressing the R button you can make the area smaller. Oh, that's good. That'll do, I think. Let's lay down some more dumping sites so we can get rid of that excess rock that we're doing from our mining and our water extraction. So, dumping site. Ooh, just a bit of terraforming in the way, but there we go. Put it there. That'll do for now. Okay, so they're all swarming over to this material here, which is good. We can just keep the dumping sites up there. I think later in the game you might be able to make concrete out of this material, so we'll keep it. And we've got a dumping site here for that stuff. Okay, and we've run out of polymers and electronic parts, but we've got a resupply ship coming in. We've got 18.6 billion. And okay, looking good. Let's check out our So this dome we've added an art shop and an electronics store, and we've got 71 comfort, which is amazing.
Research
Okay, that's good.
complete. Milestone achieved.
Researched a breakthrough. Okay, that's good. So magnetic extraction, extractor upgrade, production increased by 50%. So we might be able to upgrade our extractor here. Yeah, we've got a couple of upgrades we could do. We need to keep an eye on our power supply. In fact, we're a bit low on power, so let's build a load more wind turbines, because with all these upgrades,
We discovered unusual
cost us more power.
crystals in the remains of a meteorite. The magnified images of their crystalline matrix were broadcast by every major news channel on Earth.
we've discovered unusual crystals. One tabloid claims that the crystal is in fact artificially created by some kind of artwork of a microscopic alien race. That's interesting. The work resembles million tiny cylinders surrounded by flames. Cool, if you squint your eyes. While all this unscientific sensationalism has outraged our experts, the publicity provided us with some extra benefits. We gained 400 million. Alright, we'll take that money and run. More wind turbines, let's lay them down. Get a few on the go. And rotate that one. Get them going along here. Going to need quite a lot of power because we're going through quite a big expansion. One on the end there. Now let's get this rover out of the way. I do want to build a shuttle hub because we'll need that for resupply, and I want to start exploring how it's used. So can we rotate that to squeeze in here? Oh, there we go. That'll do. So we've got a shuttle hub being built. That'll give us a flying supply route. And we can certainly evolve our supply routes. So we've got 28 concrete, 30 metals, so that's maintaining. How much concrete have we got over here? 30 concrete over there, and 138.5 concrete over there. I'm happy with the spread of resources for now. What we could do, to show you how the supply route would work, if I increase this maximum amount from 0 up to 180, then the flow of concrete will go over to that hub from over here. But we should maintain 30 over here, but we've got 11 there, so let's keep an eye on it. Not entirely sure where the priorities lie, but we can check it out. We can investigate it. Oh, look, we've got our supply rocket back from Earth. Let's bring that down quickly and get those extra supplies out. So we've got upgrades. Yeah, we've got magnetic filtering working as an upgrade on our oxygen supply. Okay, we can do an upgrade again on the water extractor, magnetic extraction. We'll do that. We'll get everything upgraded that we can see. And actually, what we could do is go onto the command center and have a look at our buildings. And here, down here, it shows you where all the upgrades can happen. So instead of trying to, pick and choose each building and see if there's an upgrade available, we could just go on here and tap the upgrade. So we'll do that. Looks like there's an upgrade for the wind turbines, which is great. The cost is 2 polymers, so we might need to send for another resupply. But that's fine because we've got plenty of money for now. Concrete extractor, metals extractor. There's an exclamation mark on this. What's that? Required power. Okay, well, we're building a whole load of new wind turbines. We'll do all of these upgrades. We'll just get everyone busy. Another oxygen upgrade there. Water extractor, we've done that one, but we'll do this one, that one, and this one. What's this? Hygroscopic coating. Yeah, so we've done the moisture vaporator there, plus 50% production. Those are all the buildings that can be upgraded. So, and we've clicked on all of those, so let's do that. We're probably going to need another resupply quite quickly of polymers, and then maybe bring in some more machine parts. We've got some prefab buildings that we can experiment with in terms of producing our own electronics. That's probably going to be our next goal, and also pretty happy with the increasing comfort. Just need to get the morale up. That might increase. So what's going on over here? Yeah, we've got these additional stores, and comfort is going up. 59 and 69 for morale. Cool. Wonder why morale is higher in this dome than the other dome. So it's 65 there. Well, interestingly as well, we've got 19 out of 28 people employed there, and we've got 20 out of 28 people here, and they've got fewer services and buildings to maintain, so we're going to have to bring more people in. So we've got 8 spaces there, and we've got 9 spaces there, so we can certainly call in a full shuttle from Earth. So let's send that shuttle home, back to Earth. And we'll call in another shuttle with passengers. So we've got quite a lot going on at the moment with expansion, and we'll just get rid of everyone, so we start with a clean sheet. We've got 74 out of 241 people, so it does look like we've been successful in recruitment. We've got the filters back on all the floors, so we've not got any nutters coming through, and what we want at the moment is mainly botanists and geologists, although I do want to see who's going to be needed for the let's go back. I just need to check what's needed for these factories. So let's have a look. These prefab units that we're bringing in to manufacture electronics. Electronics factory is going to be the important one. We'll probably put it blocking objects, requires a dome, so it has to go in a dome.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
It has to go inside a dome. Let's build this and see what sort of specialists they need. We'll put it in this dome. We can have this as like an electronics manufacturing dome. Anomaly found. Let's go and check out these anomalies then. We've got a couple of rovers that can go and have a look. Explorer there. You go over there. Explorer here. You go over there. Any other anomalies? No. And something we'll do actually is probably do an outreach and do a dome on its own to cover these 2 areas and do some rare metal extraction, so we can start earning some money. So that would be good. So lots planned. So if you have a look at where our drones are, we've got these 2 sectors now that we've expanded out into. We can have a 3rd sector down here, which we'll do as soon as we can, and we'll expand a dome to do some rare metals extraction, and we'll work out how that all works. And there we go, we've built our factory. And engineers. Oh wow, look at all these engineers who are needed. Huge amount of engineers. Okay, well we can bring a couple or 3 on board. Okay, I'm glad I checked that out. So anything left over, we need engineers. Right, let's get rid of them. So there's an engineer, we'll take you, as you were the first person aboard. We do need probably more geologists, botanists. There's a couple there, 3 and a geologist, and 1 more geologist, and there's and another botanist. We'll take all the botanists, because then we can always have the maximum available options for food. Okay, that's all the botanists. So we'd just take another 4 scientists. No, engineers, wasn't it? Yep. So we'll do engineers. And we do need to start doing some research at some point, but I don't know, I'm quite happy with the way it's going. Another engineer, there we go. So we've got 12 people incoming. Okay, so we'll wait for that rocket to land. And we're getting rid of all the dirt, waste rock in this pile, but not from here, so I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe our drones are just a bit busy. Anyone coming to these piles? Someone came there. We'll see what happens there, because they removed it all from here. Anomaly analysed. So we've gained a research bonus, and we've got a new spire building. Water reclamation system dramatically reduces the water consumption of the dome. Ooh, that sounds pretty important. Anomaly analysed. New techs are available for research. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've got a lot of research stacked up that we could kind of like jump ahead of ourselves with. Look at it all. Wow. Look at this, is the most advanced technology. Retirement age and death from old age happen later in the colonist's lifespan. That's going to be important. Moisture farming, moisture evaporator, produces water from the atmosphere, doesn't produce during dust storms. Okay, that's good. Right, lots to research from. But we're getting through it. Transportation problem. Ah, shuttle hub's set up. There we go. So we'll just fill that up with fuel. Ooh, just noticed our polymers and machine parts are getting low. So let's send this ship back to Earth, but we've got electronics still on board. Okay, we're still emptying out this supply ship. Okay, we'll send that back home when it's emptied. I think, how many drones have we got? We've got 23 drones there. 6 drones there. Let's get some command units back over here to help with the load, because it looks like there's a little bit more to do. And I think that might be why these dirt piles aren't being emptied out. So we've got an RC commander over here as well. Let's get them into the thick of things and doing a bit of work. So we can have this RC commander actually just in this area around the ships to help unload when there's an extra workload, so that's cool. And this one as well, actually. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh, look, we've got shuttles doing things. What are they doing? Okay, they're moving
Resources are low.
dirt. Oh no, they're moving concrete. Ah, nice. Okay, so they're moving concrete from one pile to another over here. So if you saw earlier, we set this one to a maximum of 180 instead of 0. So they're bringing that up to 180 from other concrete piles because this one is set at 0. So all of a sudden we've got a new supply route happening because we've got shuttles. So what we could do is do away with these universal depots in the middle, because we've got to be careful that people aren't fighting each other and setting up circular routes and just passing material around endlessly. There needs to be an end to all this. So let's have a think. We've got concrete. We've got drones taking concrete into the middle here because we're after 30 and we've only got 29. That's fine because that will stop when it gets to 30. And then we've got these shuttles taking the concrete over here. So we've got 5 left there and 173. So what we'll do, we'll see what happens when this depot gets full. And that can be like our mother depot that we always keep full. What are they doing now? So the shuttles seem to be going back to base. Oh, it's cool how they drop down. Very nice. Great, and what we could do is if we want to maintain a lower limit, we could do, or we could put a 0 limit, and we could put this one over here on the left, we could put the limit up, and everything will get swapped over. But we want to keep this empty really, because of maintaining production. So I'm pretty happy with that. We've got enough storage for our metals. We've only got 68.5 out of 180 for the metals there. So I'm happy with that as well. Right, have we emptied this one out? We have. We'll send this ship back to Earth. How are our extra people getting on? They're nearly here. Here we go. Let's land our additional colonists. And let's just check out an upgrade on the wind turbine. We've done it. Polymer blades. Plus 33% production. Wow, that's huge over our entire fleet. So we've got 30 power now in surplus, but we are in the daytime, and we've got a grid that can hold 1,000 capacity of stored power, and it's full.
New colonists
Here we
have
go.
arrived.
Oh, I love seeing these guys running out. Where are they? Here they are. Here they come. Let's go right in. You are the heroes of Earth. I love it. Oh, so there is a bit of a bounce in this step. They're all heading for the first dome. And I think once they fill this one up, they'll go through into the other one. So that it's already classing them as residents, even though they haven't physically entered the dome. 31 out of 28, which is obviously too many people, so they'll redistribute somewhere else. Over here, maybe. Their sanity's recovering. Their sanity's full. There we go, 29, 28. Okay, so they're fully occupied. So that's going to be interesting. So every job will probably be filled. Not sure about this one. Oh, we've got some engineers in there already. Oh, yes. I was going to switch that off and hadn't thought that they might start production yet, but why not? Why not? So what do we need to make stuff here? Oh, rare metals. Okay, interesting. So let's just shut this down we'll turn that building off, and they'll just go into other occupations which will be needed. And we need to get some rare metal manufacturing up and running quick smart. So let's expand out here. We'll need another drone hub. We need to... no polymers and no machine parts left. Let's call in another rocket from Earth. So we'll get in a few machine parts, a few drones, 10 drones, and then let's focus on polymers, because we used a lot in the upgrades, didn't we? And machine parts. We can bring quite a few in. There we go, that'll do. 45 electronics, 10 drones, 80 polymers, 50 machine parts. Launch. Come to us. We've only got 14.9 billion left, which is a huge amount still, so I don't think we need to worry about anything. Let's recall our explorers, just in case they decide to break down or anything. He got all the way over there, incredible. Okay, we'll bring you back as well. We need to start our expansion out here. Now, underground rare metals, let's just see what sort of a building that is, because some you can put outside and some have to be inside. Rare metals extractor. Okay, so it's an extractor, so it'll go outside, so it will sit on there. So we need to have a dome where this can go around, so it can go in the sphere of influence, like in there. That sort of idea. So we'll put a dome down here, but we probably need to do a bit of leveling as well. So we'd need to. Let's make that bigger. Press T to expand it. To make it bigger. So we'll do some flattening like that, and we'll just put it on low priority. We don't want to take away from the work of the colony. And in the meantime, let's work out where our dome's going to go. So it's going to go somewhere around there. And in fact, if we have another one... if we have one there, then we could have another one coming out here. That could work. And then this dome would be under that bonus. Okay, let's wait for all this flattening to happen, then we could potentially build 2 domes. We've got enough concrete, we've got 230 concrete, and we don't have to necessarily use each one straight away. Let's have a think about that then. Maybe get a couple of our commanders over here to help with the levelling. And we'll set up a new drone hub, start out the expansion down here as well. Okay, lots going on. So let's have a look at... Right, third drone hub, let's do it. And then we'll set an overlap over here. Let's make sure it's even. That's looking good, although we could do with it a bit smaller. A bit bigger. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have 2 universal hubs in the middle of all 3. And I'm going to do it. Done. Nice. So this is our network so far, and ultimately we will link distribution hubs that could be outside, so that just the shuttles can service them, because they'll get to a point where you don't want your drones doing all the heavy lifting. You just want the shuttles moving the stuff really quickly and nicely. So there's going to be an evolution to our supply chain, but to start with, we'll be moving these hubs here into our middle area. Now we need to mark an area where we know where it's going to be. So this is where the end of the first universal depot can go. Universal. So it would go there. It's uneven terrain. Okay, cool. So we do need to flatten that.
Anomaly found.
New anomaly found. Let's go and check that out. Let's get one of our explorers over there. Scan that anomaly. That'll give us a research bonus. No more anomalies around. It's just rare metals. Okay, this is exciting. So we're going to get our manufacturing up and running and do a huge expansion. Just check how we're doing for power. So it's night time, and we're still 18 surplus power, so that's really good. All the upgrades have really helped us. We've got contingency in solar power, we've got lots of additional storage, which I might just bump up a little bit. What's the maintenance cost of these? Oh, it's a polymer. Yeah, well, let's just hold on that for now. We've got a resupply shuttle coming from Earth to restock us with the bits and bobs that we're short on. And are our drones doing anything? Just move these command units a bit further in. See if they start doing a bit of flattening. But once this drone hub is up and running, then we'll be able to flatten all this no problems. So let's have a think about how this will be done. So we need to flatten this terrain. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll manually move some resources in. Here's our transport. Here we go. We'll take our RC transport and just manually set up this zone, and that's going to really quickly give us some options. So let's go over to this. We'll go over to this universal supply place and pick up some resources, and we'll get that set up. Let's get our command unit to build this drone hub. I think that might do the job. It's a prefab building. We'll pick up some resources with this this transport to get the infrastructure set up, so the power and stuff. Okay, fantastic. So once we've built that, hopefully the drones will go into action and flatten everything. We'll get some universal depots set up, and we'll work out our supply chain, and we'll just evolve it as well, because our shuttles aren't doing anything at the moment. Now, are you going to build this building? Here we go. And we're in business. We just need power. So
Research complete.
more research. Complete. Low G high rise. Oh, you know what that means. I think apartments. So great place to pause for this episode. Please join me in the next episode where we're just going to keep expanding in this exciting development. Thank you for watching.